for mocking the dead really clear here. One, we've been making jokes about dead people for fucking years now, you know? Like, I don't think I have to explain to you that as a Zoomer, I have never seen or lived past Hitler, but I've never lived through the Holocaust. And yet I've made jokes about the Jews dying and the Holocaust in every which way possible. I've mocked the Nazis, I've mocked fucking Hitler, never knew the guy. Might be a real G for all I fucking know. Might be the best person ever. Heavily doubt that since, libertarian and all that jazz. But, but, for all I know, I'm gonna love Hitler in the next fucking year or so. For all I know, right? Doesn't change the fact that I don't really regret making jokes because jokes aren't really meant to be inherently serious. And we go over this point here of Remnant 777. Like he's a Christian, so obviously he's going to be like, oh, mocking the dead is bad. It says so in the Bible. It's like, okay, it was obviously stupid what she did. I don't aren't to blame for this, but we shouldn't be mocking her death. Okay, so here's the case. Just because they mocked Kirk doesn't make this justified or good to do. I don't care. If these people get into power, they will remember this. They already want to rape and kill you and your children a million times over. It's like the dark woke shit. There is no dark woke. There is just woke. There is just cultural Marxism. They already hate you for existing. They already are at that point, right? And we're not giving them an excuse to do it by any means. I mean, yeah, it's not like this is an excuse or anything. I mean, really, it really isn't. Don't add more fuel to the fire. It's like they already hate us with the fucking fuel of 1,000 suns. Okay? A little tiny canister of gasoline isn't gonna fucking change a thing, you moron. They already hate us to the nth fucking degree. You can't add more hate to the fire. That's the point. That's what dark woke has proven beyond the fact that they're philosophically illiterate and don't understand the logical endpoint of their ideology. Right. And then there's just the fact that this is just blatantly funny. I'm sorry, but this is just really funny. I shot this woman to distract from the Epstein files. Epstein. Just like it's actually just a funny use of this. And call me Satan, call me Hitler, I don't care. For a lot of people making replies in the comments, perhaps I didn't make myself clear. A lot of retards on Twitter. Oh, but did you consider that it's rude to call people retarded? Did you consider that, Remnant 777? Did you consider that maybe your holy book had something against that? I'm against mocking her death, not because we should turn the other cheek mentality, but because it is fucking stupid. No, it isn't. It's funny. They already hate us if we mock her death either way. Yes, they do, and you shouldn't add fuel to the fire to make it worse. You cannot make it worse! They already want to rape your fucking kids, you moron! They're already complicit in a genocide. What the fuck is wrong with you, you tard? You cannot make it worse. If you could make it worse, what possible things are worse than the fucking shit that they support? This ain't even levels of mocking Floyd, who was objectively. This was likely just a stupid woman moment behind a car. Okay, so if we later find out that she was a criminal on the level of Floyd, will you retract this statement? Because apparently that matters. When the left gets back into office, they are going to be coming back to revenge on all of us. And you're acting like mocking this woman is basically gonna do anything. Like, at all, whatsoever. Yeah, I'm sure that was gonna change. Look, I'm sure that they would have been completely rational and good and benevolent. Yeah. They are going to be coming back in revenge on all of us. Do you really want to antagonize someone even more before giving them a loaded gun? How about you just don't give them the loaded gun? Ever think about not voting for the left wing? Trump isn't making any long-term changes to the to this nation, and everything can easily be undone in one election. His executive orders were undone last time Biden got into office. Yeah, exactly. That's why I don't plan on voting left anytime soon. And they can be undone again. Why do you think the Gov posts so many funny edits on Twitter to keep you happy while they don't implement real change or mass deportations? The deportations are very few. Yeah, I know. I know this. This is common fucking sense in the political spheres that the right is just the left wing driving the speed limit. Yes, we know. This does no objective good to the nation while actively antagonizing the left even more. So basically, a morale boost is not good at all whatsoever. Comedy, entertainment, media, not good. Not good things at all. It is nothing but a circus spectacle. And as we all know, entertainment is not a good thing at all. That's why the right wing has been fighting tooth and nail over art and entertainment being corrupted by the left. That's why a large portion of this, culture war is fighting over entertainment. Because at the end of the day, entertainment doesn't matter. Fucking retards, man. Fucking retards. Yes, in the grand scheme of things, this could be a bad thing. So make sure the left wing doesn't gain power again. And honestly, like I think Kirsha put it best, become politicians. Become politicians. Uh, in your local area. So try to gain power and try to become a based politician and all that jazz. So we can usurp the useless, what is it called again? They're called the decadent elite. The class that does nothing but corruption and more corruption. This is why we need to do that. But on top of that, we also need to, besides becoming politicians, I know it's hell. It's hell out here for Zoomers and millennials. Besides becoming politicians, we also need to vote for Republicans because at least they'll do nothing instead of, Democrats who will make things worse, which they're going to make things worse regardless. And I've already made my point of this is a stupid point. honestly, it's very morbid seeing people making fun of people who got killed in memes. I think this is a little too far. Yeah, this one, to be fair, is a bit far because, I mean, it's just kind of pointless. There's no real comedy behind it. But this one's like, it's literally, I shot this woman to distract from Epstein. And I mean, yeah, Epstein is an ICE agent. Simple. I know. Again, call me a sociopath all you want. It was too funny to me. But yeah, again, entertainment. It does mean something. It does matter. But yeah, if we don't insert justice, then revenge. Yeah, then it will become like a meaningless circle of revenge in an Ouroboros. But that's just unfeasible now because politicians don't have a moral. They aren't moral. They're immoral. So you vote in the Republicans to do nothing, and then you vote in the Democrats to make things worse. So strategically, it's pretty obvious. Vote Republican, unless you're one of those retards who believes in, what do you call it again? Fuck, I forget what it is. It's one of Marx's theories. That's not inherently uh communist. It's an escalationist or something like that. But yeah, you're just gonna have to take their place, politicians, because accelerationism. Yeah, you could either accelerate things by voting Democrat, or you can just basically do nothing and vote Republican. And that's basically it. That's our options. And we could expand on our options by becoming politicians. We could become politicians that are small, but once we take those places, we can actually make things better. We can actually say no to corruption and actually do something. We don't need this Ouroboros. We can have our cake and eat it too. Fuck people like this who basically are like, well, things are gonna get worse and we have to choose. It's like, yeah, yeah, that's why we have to vote Republican. We have to make sure they don't gain power again. Or better yet, we could let them gain power. Or better yet, we could become the ones who, become politicians. We could vote ourselves in. We could become politicians. It's becoming, it's getting to that point where that's what we're going to need to do. Because we don't have a choice. There's no one here to save us. We either have to become politicians at this point and usurp the government back to our control as the people, quote unquote, or we're going to have to lead a violent revolution. And I don't really want that, like, at all. I think that people dying unnecessarily for, you know, is very stupid. So, because those are only real options for things to get better, I say become a politician. It's ultimately the lesser evil, unfortunately. Faustian deals and all that. And once we have real and legitimate power, once the Zoomers take control, we can make real and good changes. We could extremely, like, even if we can't get rid of copyright or IP rights as a whole, we could extremely limit it. We could, that would punish those massive corporations that do all these stupid things. We could extremely limit other stupid and horrible shit that the government does, or we could just straight up punish it. All these things that Republicans would never do within your lifetime, we could just get done right like that. All we have to do is gain power, right? All these people have to do is gain power. It's again, Kirsch's been talking about this. We have the choice of the Ouroboros, and we could just let the left just take over, take power, and make things infinitely worse. We could let the right take over, take power, and do absolutely nothing about what the left did to make things worse. Or, and again, or what we could do is we could just actually solve the, yeah, we could just solve the problems and become the politicians that would actually solve something. We could actually do something, lead the way to a better tomorrow. I mean, probably won't do that though. We're being realistic. But yeah, it's like I've stated, this is performative. I mean, yeah, sure, I did laugh at the whole Epstein, kneeling on her neck. I mean, it was a little bit stupid. I mean, she probably didn't do as many crimes as George Floyd. She's probably not a bad person, that much of a bad person per se. She did a little bit of a stupid thing. Oh well, you know. And overall, it doesn't seem like she should have gotten shot. In the sense of it was self defense at the end of the day. But well, I guess she was trying to run over ICE agent, so she was trying to murder a cop. Yeah, I guess it does put her on a bit of a higher shit list than Remnant 777 gave her credit for. And you see, that's my point. It's not really simple. People want it to be simple. I mean, even if it was just her being a woman, it's still murder. Yeah, like if a female cop spazzes out and puts like 50 in your chest, it doesn't change the fact that a female cop just fucking killed you. So that's like a huge thing, right? I mean, is it manslaughter? I guess is the point. I don't know. I think that this is being a little bit soft because she's a woman, and it's like that's the thing that people do. It's like the Groypers have a point. You can't really always be soft on women. I understand that, like generally speaking, there's a reason to be soft on women. And it's not, but it's like at the same time, it's like I feel like misogynists have a point. Not even misogynists, but it's like you know I feel like men that dislike women a little bit here and there, they have kind of a point. And obviously you got the groypers that have been confirmed gay again because they hated someone for being a heterosexual with a woman. Yeah, yeah. They were hating on Mentis Wave for for being for being nice to his trans. I'm sorry. Everyone calls his wife a trans person. Yeah, a Truny, a tran person. Yeah, everyone calls Mentis's wife a troon. Apparently, she's not a troon. But so yeah, Mentis was nice to her, and it's like, yeah, but I do feel like they have a point though, because like every now and then I hear like fucking Kirsha say some shit where it's like, well, you gotta be nice to women and stuff of that nature. And it's like, hold up, hold up. So what you're telling me, because like sometimes she'll go on like a speech about how women are not responsible because they're inferior. And I'm like, okay, okay, okay. So what you're saying is I should be enslaved to you because you're an inferior creature. And it's like, I mean, I don't exactly agree with Groypers, but you're making the gay Latinx seem kind of reasonable when you say shit like that. Oh, I should be obligated to women in certain ways because they're inferior to me. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, that's like if a woman was like, uh, it's a bit awkward. It's a bit weird. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I do agree sometimes. Obviously, like, oh, you should help out women because they are weaker than men. All that jazz. And men, I think we're faster. I think that women only have like flexibility on us. So it's like, yeah. I mean, look. When we're stretching, ladies, you gotta be nice to us. Yeah, we have all these big muscles that get in the way of stretching. You gotta understand. But it's like, yeah, no. They did remind me of that. Libtards. But yeah, obviously, the Groypers do kind of have a point sometimes. But it's just like, yeah, because people are like, oh, women shouldn't be responsible because they're stupid. And it's like, I get it. I get it, okay? Women are cute when they're retarded. So it's like, you kind of want to protect their stupid selves, but it's at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I mean, sometimes they're retarded, and then they're retarded, but they're also like killing people and shit. And then they're retarded and killing babies and shit via abortion. So it's like, yeah, sometimes it's as simple as like, it's just dumb woman being dumb, being stupid. Yeah, it's like, yeah. Or, okay, they're being fucking stupid. Who cares? Like, who cares about this stupid woman's opinion? Or, oh, she's being stupid, that fucking cunt. Like, I went on a fucking rant. Where was it? I'll have to look it up. Because this woman got me to go on a fucking rant. Uh, where is it? Uh, oh, it's here. It's here. My uncle, because a woman was like, "You gotta understand, men's hate for fiction is directly correlated to them being devoid of empathy," and it's like, so I go on a rant just to dehumanize her for dehumanizing men because I get tired of this stupid shit. Yeah, my uncle loves Star Wars. That's true. My father loves Tekken. True. He does love playing Tekken. My godfather loves Chucky. He had a Chucky doll, and I was terrified of Chucky. It's like a huge. stuff there going on, but whatever. And I love a lot of fictional media. I mean, I'm literally using a fictional character as a profile picture, and obviously, I use C2 here. Please stop acting like a mentally deranged retard and actually talk to people you supposedly want to understand. Because it's like, you think men hate fiction? It's again, it's more so that men have different tastes in fiction than women do. Like, that's it. Right. Like, you enjoy the Minotaur book. Right. And you can see it here because she constantly, continuously does this thing where she'll, like, go smaller and smaller. And it's like, this translates to their taste in all art. I see so many men who can't name three female artists they listen to, whatever, and it's like, okay, so now it has to be artists that I listen to, so like musicians, right? Now she's limiting it to like musicians, right? And now they have to be female. So like, now it can't just be, oh, I enjoy these pieces of art, you know. Now I have to go over female artists. All right, let's go over some white girl music that I love. I know, very cringe of me, very gay of me, but we gotta go over it. We gotta figure this shit out. Uh, white girl. Uh, what was it again? Fight song, Rachel Patton. So I don't know their names inherently because I don't typically look up names. What was it again? Okay, so yeah, I do listen to that one. That's one's a pretty embarrassing song to listen to, but I don't know, seems pretty cool. Katy Perry's. I mean, it's been a while since I listened to Katy Perry's Firework, but it counts. Uh, sorry, excuse me. You know, especially with John Tron singing that. Yeah, that's classic already. Like a boat. I know that the female that is a female singer, Ray Fu. So that's already technically three female artists that I've listened to in my lifetime. It's just because their gender doesn't matter to me, and stuff like that doesn't really matter to me. I mean, it does in the sense that, you know, the song is capable of coming out because of their stereotypical, like, feminine voices. Obviously, it's a lot better if you have a more feminine voice or more akin to that to sing those like songs, right? Right. If you're a man and you enjoy anything other than self-help books, you're a minority. And it's like, I enjoy video games and other media. Yes, many of the great classics written by men, but look up the numbers. Men right now are neither writing, consuming nearly as much fiction as previous times. It's like, that's not true. We've largely went to anime and manga, which also has female artists, which we don't hate. Like Inuyasha is made by a woman. I've I've restarted rewatching that. I don't even know what episode I'm on. Then there's that one oh yeah, Full Metal Alchemist. But I already watched that, and I don't think I'm gonna rewatch either one. I liked Full Metal Alchemist a lot. I was okay with Brotherhood, but I didn't really like it as much. I know that's like a very terrible take to have. I don't know. It's something about having a flaw, a significant flaw that really makes the Full Metal Alchemist like early version, the early show really works for me. I really do like that. It feels flawed. It doesn't feel perfect. I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's edgier. It could be that. Um, if you're a man, you enjoy anything other than self help books. Again, limiting it to books and limiting it to music because apparently fiction, again, she continues to limit it. The truth is that men and women just like different types of fiction as is. And a lot of men do consume fiction, like even with the culture war going on with the woke shit getting into our media, even then they still paint miniatures when it comes down to like what was it again, Warhammer and shit. Like even then they still do this. We still do this, right? I still collect Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Culture war is going in full swing right now. There's some gay race communist telling me how I should enjoy the media that I enjoy, in what way, whatever. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. There's people against gay race communists that are fucking retarded or something, pro censorship, whatever. Doesn't matter. Still enjoy the media. Like men still enjoy fiction. They just, again, they deviate because on large, we vote right wing, so we don't like the leftist schlop that you've made our culture. I mean, our culture and our hobbies into, and then two, we just don't like that piece of media. So, like, yeah, there are moments where I'm like, you fucking cunt with women. Like there are moments where I'm like that. And it's largely just this moment right here. Um because it's just like I feel like she should know what she's doing. But yeah, I did misspell Chucky and Tekken and all that jazz. Whatever. Either way, I think you get the point. Like, yes, obviously women aren't always to blame, and being fair to women is it's it's something that's really hard to do. Overall, do I think we should be making fun of a woman's death? Well, if you're going to be making fun of a woman's death, or anyone's death for that matter, the least you can do is you could be funny about it. That's all I ask. Other people are going to say just no, don't do that, and that's understandable. Obviously, not everyone has my sensibilities, so not everyone's going to laugh at stuff like that. Not everyone's going to be like, okay, I'll give that a like, and some people are going to be disgusted. But that's a huge part of freedom of speech. Just things you don't like, things that you look at and you're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Things that you're like, okay, that's offensive, it's annoying, but yeah, it's funny. I had a laugh. It's taboo, but yeah, I shouldn't have laughed at this. I'm definitely going to hell for this. If, assuming there is a hell, yada yada yada, whatever. But again, this isn't to even mock the religious. I understand that what they did was distasteful, but It was funny to me. That's it. Like, again, call me Satan, call me Hitler for it, whatever. It was definitely a bit far in my opinion, even, but like, my heart of hearts, I know it was edgy, you know. And in the same vein that I'm like, yeah, I know that degeneracy is wrong, but I'm still gonna swear. I'm still gonna jerk off and cry. Standard stuff, standard chud behavior. I'm still gonna be a degenerate. At the end of the day, I mean, hopefully less of one. Because I want to make it past 50. I want to make it past 100. To be honest with you, I want to laugh it through. I want to laugh I want to laugh alone in the retirement home as my final cope, and say to live, and so I can outlast Pig Roach. Either way, have a good one.